Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show, episode 406. And it is your review of season 1, episode 2 of DC's Creature Commandos. As always, this is the nerd you're going to hear the host, Sheldon, wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
This is everybody. Welcome to a wonderful Saturday after night.
Saturday night, you know what that means, Brad.
Yep. I don't know, live show. I have no idea what that means anymore.
Means that we're talking about Creature Commandos, bro. But I already had said that before. So, yeah. I mess up my intros from time to time. Yeah, man. Brad, how are you doing, man? Before we go and getting into today's review, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I had to change a few tires on my car today, but other than that, I'm doing good.
A few? What the fuck you mean by a few?
So I had to plug a tire, and the plug's staying, but it was on the front, so I just switched the back tire and the front tire, because you'd rather have a blowout on your back tire than your front tire if you have a front-wheel drive car.
True. I say that as somebody who definitely has owned the vehicle. Brad, not much going on over here today. I just I streamed, played some Lethal Company with a streamer friend of mine, and yeah, that's it. That's all I did, man. Really. Oh, I edited some videos. I'm starting to edit. Yeah, Brad, I have so much shit to edit, Brad. It's not funny, Brad. It's so much shit.
I did watch a movie, or finish watching a movie.
Yeah, which one?
La Chimera.
Oh, La Chimera?
Mm-hmm.
Brad, I ain't even watched La Chimera yet.
So I watched that.
Yeah. That's one of the ones I'm trying to get to. How was La Chimera?
I will say the second half of the movie is better than the first half. I struggled with the first half, it really getting me into the movie. I mean, but cinematography-wise and all that, it's really great. But I don't know if it'll be making my top 10. It just, I had trouble getting into it the first half of the movie.
Yeah. Brad, did you finish watching Juror number 2?
No. I have not come back to Juror number 2 yet. I decided...
Rachel messaged me to tell me that Juror number 2 was really good.
I just couldn't get into the first 20 minutes. So I might go back to it, but I wanted to watch Yorgos's Kinds of Kindness first. So I'm in the middle of that and had to pause that to come, of course, review.
Just don't want to have blowouts in general. That's why we avoid Taco Bell 100%, bro.
Indeed.
100%. Well, Brad, I'm glad you got to La Chimera. I haven't even gotten to that, bro. It's on my list.
Yep, it's on Hulu.
Brad, I'm almost done with Horizon. I have to say, bro, fucking Horizon first chapter 1, bro. Horizon kind of bangs, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, Brad. For a Western?
Good Western,
bro.
You think there's gonna be a chapter 2 and 3?
I mean, chapter 2 is already edited and filmed.
Okay, so it will.
It's about how they're gonna release it. Chapter 3 needs
straight to Max.
I believe chapter 3 still needs to be filmed, but I don't know. I feel like Kevin Costner.
I say release it all at once on IMAX. Just all 3 chapters.
It's a 4-chapter film.
All 4 chapters.
I feel like Kevin Costner knew that this movie wasn't going to make money.
I mean, Westerns are hard.
Yeah.
Westerns haven't made money since like the 70s.
Especially a 3-hour Western, Brad.
Yeah. It just...
A 3-hour and 28-minute Western.
You know, like, even I'm going, I don't know if I'd watch a 3-hour Western. Because I see stuff like The Brutalist, and I'm like, yeah, I totally want to watch that, even though it's 3 hours.
Oh, dude, yeah, I want to see The Brutalist
but it's
so
got
bad.
Adrian Brody in it, and it from what I've seen, like just clips and trailer wise, I'm like, this looks like it would be cool to watch.
Yeah,
Westerns are just a hard sell nowadays.
But I feel like Kevin Costner knew that he wasn't gonna make that money, so I don't know what's taking them so long with trying to get chapter 2 on.
But maybe he thought with his Yellowstone, previous gig that people would come to that. Maybe he was thinking that.
Probably, but I don't know how many people are going to the theater to watch a Western epic. That's divided into 4 films.
Yeah, especially 3 hours.
Words, yo, what's good? Words, what's up? How you doing, brother?
Words in the chat.
Yep, Words is in the chat, man. Yeah, but so far, Horizon's pretty damn good, man. I need to finish it up, but yeah, gonna go work out after this, and when I come back, probably finish it up. But yeah, I have not seen anything since my terrible experience with Nosferatu, and yeah, Brad, I'm just fuck that, like that. My cousin asked me like, "Hey, what movies are you gonna be watching?" I'm like, "So let's go watch Nosferatu," because my fucking experience was dog shit.
Yeah, try it again.
I mean, I'm gonna try it as many times as I fucking can. At least where I won't have to be seeing it like this.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Even when it comes to Inuyutu, bro, I do not want to be watching a movie like this.
No, I mean, you should go to one of those theaters that you can actually like choose your seat.
Yeah, it was an event screening, Brad. Those don't have assigned seats.
Choose your seat.
You have reserved seating for critics and like other invited guests.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else first come first serve.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brad, I would be remiss if we don't start this shit. And I, could keep eating some of my food, but
keeps eating on stream. So
yeah, Brad, I'm fucking hungry, Brad. I have to take my meds. This time, get the sarcophagus popcorn bucket with a little extra formaldehyde, bro. Stacy, Rachel was trying to get me to get it for them, trying to find it for them, and I went to my local Cinemarket, nothing. But they do have the Batman 1989 one.
The Spotlight? Is it the Spotlight one?
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, no sarcophagus, bro. That's pretty cool though. I really like that idea for like a popcorn bucket is a fucking sarcophagus. Whole fucking coffin. Yeah. All right, Brad. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing going. If you have not seen episode 2 of Creature Commandos, you should probably get out of here. We care about spoilers, but if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the episode, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, you want to know what spoiler warning is in effect after these words from sponsors. In a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, Brad. Let me see if I can actually pronounce this correctly.
It's Creature Commandos.
No, I know that, dumb fuck. I'm talking about the Tourmaline.
Tourmaline. I guess.
Creature Commandos Season 1, Episode 2, titled The Tourmaline Necklace. As Ilana continues her pursuit of Rick Flag, the bride shows Nina where she was created and relives Frankenstein's rocky attempts to woo her. That's what you call woo? Voice is directed by Charlie Adler. Doug Williams is the animation director, and the episode is directed by Sam Liu. Created for television by and written by James Gunn. Starring Indira Varma as the bride, Sean Gunn as G.I. Robot the Weasel, Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus, Surfer's son. Was that you, Brad?
It's the Weasel.
It's the Weasel. Yeah. I thought I was like still in fucking Discord or something. Zoe Chow as Nina Mazursky, David Harbour as Frankenstein, Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr., Maria Bakalova as Princess Ilana, Anya Shalatora as Circe, and Peter Saravinovix as Victor. Tony Cavalera as Incel's son, and Julian Kostov as Alexei, son of Kemiskira. It's Incel's son. Yeah. Let's see if we get we have some trivia in here, Brad. When Princess Ilana realizes that Dr. Phosphorus is trying to kill Flag to get the remote, she exclaims "Boskhamwa," which means "Oh my God" in Bulgarian. The language being used as Pokolistanian. That's it. Okay. Brad, Stacy says, of course they cast David Harbour as Frankenstein. Yeah, bro.
I mean, yeah. Makes sense.
Brad, what are your initial thoughts on episode 2 of Creature Commandos?
Great episode. Like I said from the first episode, what I really wanted here was more of these characters' background story. And what did I get? I got the bride's background story. So there you go. They gave me what I asked for. I think the animation still is terrific from the first one. I think this episode's slightly better than the first one. And it's enjoyable overall, I think. It really brings you back to, like, you know, just the I'm not going to say the animated Batman series because the art style is different than that. But, like, it's like a fun, like, poppy version.
Yeah, way different from Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near being that level. Also, just a completely different style.
Yeah.
Like, James Gunn is nothing like that.
It's like if James Gunn made the Batman Animated Series, basically.
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit more off the wall, fun, very adult and centered. Because, boy, does Ilana get with Rick Flag.
Ilana gets with Rick Flag. We get a flashback of Dr. Frankenstein getting with the bride in front of Eric Frankenstein. So that's always fun. And you wonder why Eric has trouble with women. Yep.
But I really like this episode. I thought it was another great continuation of what we're doing here. As always, the animation is really good. Really like just what's going on with Flag and Ilana. And
I mean,
somehow it feels like
but honestly, this episode is centered around the bride.
It really is centered around the bride.
Flashback of the bride being put together, and even before that, of Frankenstein begging for a bride from his father, and his father being like, eventually, like, you gotta take your time with it. You're still trying to figure shit out, and Frankenstein ain't having it. He's like, well, if I don't have a bride, then you don't need a wife.
Yep. I mean, it just shows how, like, fucked up that character really is.
Well, and I don't know about fucked up, but it's like he doesn't understand yet because he was just born. If you think of it, he's like a couple years old. And it's the same with the bride. The bride comes out screaming because she doesn't understand any of what's going on. She's just being reanimated. So she's just sitting there like, holy shit, like, rebirthed.
Yep. And as always, I fucking love the Weasel.
Who's the Weasel?
Even the live action version of him. And I love the one in here. He's just so ugly and so funny, bro. But like you said, Brad, this really is just a bride episode, and it's really fucking sucks to see that fucking Frankenstein got cucked by his own dad. Like,
I mean, you could, like, there were hints being dropped before that happened of like, yes, I want to give you this necklace that you love so much, and like they're getting like face to face, and you're going, he's about to fuck his creation, like. He is about to get down and dirty in that. And then the next thing you know, Dr. Frankenstein is turned into half a pretzel on a board. And I mean, this is a very adult-oriented show and very violent.
Very, Brad. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, very much James Gunn is like, this is not anywhere near being what you guys thought it was gonna be like a kids show or something like that.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this is adult oriented, and it's not going to be anything like this like a teen or kid show. So yeah, I mean, I guess like you said, it's all a Bride episode, and I want to continue to learn more about our characters too. I want to get to know more about, what's her name?
Robot.
Yeah, the robot, Dr. Phosphorus. I want to know about Nina, and I feel like we'll get to know more. And GI Robot, yeah.
The Weasel. I mean, I'm sure we're going to know more about the Weasel, but I don't know like how much there is to know.
I'm glad with that one being as mysterious as it needs to be. I don't need to know more about the Weasel. I already love him.
Just a giant weasel creature.
Yeah,
Rick Flag Sr. would be interesting to see what his past is.
Well, he seems to be a man who takes his job really seriously, Brad.
Yeah, I mean he's military, but at the same time is do we get a flashback of him raising Rick Flag Jr. or is he off somewhere not raising Rick Flag Jr.? I don't know.
Yep. And yeah, it's just I want to see what that relationship was between him and his son.
If there was a relationship.
If there even was, right? If there even was. But yeah, pretty simple episode, man. This really was just
it was a Bride flashback.
Yeah. And of course the other characters just making sure that nobody walked in on what's it called, the Flag and Ilana going at it, even though you
any minute now. Yep, just give him a minute. Yep. Any minute.
I love what's it called? He's older. Okay, give him like a minute. Give him a minute.
A little more.
A little more than a minute. Yeah. I fucking love that, man.
Yeah, where the first episode, Dr. Phosphorus was basically fighting Rick Flag Sr. Now he's preventing people from walking in on him. So
yeah.
True bros.
Yeah. And it looks like the whole stuff with the Themyscirians, bro. It looks like they also know now about who the Bride is and what happened, how the Bride was created.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And we'll learn a little bit more in the next episode on that.
Yeah. So when it comes to these first two episodes, since they're really released as one, these are mostly episodes that should have been kept as one whole episode.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the first one, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not disagreeing there.
Yeah. But it's a good introduction into this series and what's going to happen. I'm really interested to see these next couple episodes to see if it really starts picking up a little bit more, because right now it just feels like pretty surface level introduction.
Yeah.
And I want to start seeing our conflict come into play. But really what these two episodes were made for were really to, introduce us to one of our characters and really show you the style and the atmosphere that James Gunn is trying to create with this show. And I'm here for it. I love it. And I love James Gunn. I've always loved his style. So his overly comedic shit, sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. At least here, it's definitely working for me. Brad, what are your final thoughts before we go into the verdict?
I'm in agreement with you. I like James Gunn's humor. I think it plays well, especially in the DC universe and especially in this animated series. And I feel like we're going to continue learning more and more characters' backstories as we progress. And that might be what this first season is. It just presents the characters.
It's gonna be really uncomfortable when Weasel shows up in the Superman film. I'll be seated right there for it if it does. I would love nothing more than to see the Weasel in Superman. God, I fucking love that, man. Brad, did you watch? By the way, we haven't talked about it. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
Yeah. Brad, looks fantastic.
It looks good. From the short clips I've seen.
Fucking,
who is playing Lois?
Rachel Brosnahan.
Okay.
Mrs. Maisel.
All right.
Yeah. The score is amazing already. I love it.
This is just the trailer.
Yep. The score. I mean, I'm already in love with the score, Brad.
Yeah, but it may not relate to the movie.
I don't know, Brad. Kind of sounds like that, bro. That's Superman's theme.
I have lived long enough to been burned by DC many a time. So I am not falling into that comfort zone being like, this is going to be the greatest thing. No.
I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest thing, but I already know that this score is going to be great by just how it sounds, man. I mean, I love that the riff, and then it goes into the actual, fucking Superman theme.
Yeah, but that's one part of.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm saying the score. I'm already in love with the score, not this film. I think that David Cronensweet looks really good as Clark. Not entirely convinced yet about Superman. I think he looks great as Clark. I love that they have crypto involved. My thing that I'm very apprehensive and scared about, Brad, is that there's just too many characters to shuffle around, and it's going to make Superman feel like a background character.
Yeah.
Because you have Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl. You have some other people. I can't remember.
Are we basically just getting like a Justice League, kind of?
Yeah, it's kind of like, to me, it feels like my like I'm saying, my what's it called? My fear is that it's gonna end up being a lot of characters, a lot of screen time for those characters, and sadly, Superman will be delegated to the background.
And I'm just worried we're going to get like Suicide Squad, but for Superman.
Yeah. But yeah, that is Rachel Brosnahan. Yep, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, which I think is a great choice for Lex.
I just think Superman movies, it's really difficult to write and get a Superman movie correct, just because Superman is so OP.
Yeah. What do you think about the design for Guy Gardner's what's it called, the Green Lantern?
I didn't have an issue with it. I mean, you see a small clip. You see a small clip.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, to me, it just feels I'm scared it's gonna be a lot.
You think we're gonna have like the Lantern Corps up in there, or I don't know. I mean, if you're reintroducing Superman, I don't see why you're gonna just throw in everyone. Like I get Lex Luthor, like for real, I get that.
Yeah,
but again, like I've been waiting for Brainiac for like forever and a day to actually like enter the fucking movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna set up for Brainiac with that massive fucking thing that's going on in the sky, Brad.
Could be.
I mean, that's what I originally went towards when I first saw that thing.
I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't do a Brainiac as a major villain, because Brainiac is a major villain.
Well, that's why you got to build to that being the major villain.
Yeah.
You're going to really put him in the first movie?
They've had, like 30 or 40 years of Superman films?
But this is the first of the
DC.
Blah,
this is the first of the DC, blah, blah, blah. Give me fucking Brainiac.
Shut the fuck up, right?
I ain't got shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. I've been waiting far longer than you for a fucking Brainiac.
Well, should have been content with the Brainiac. What's it called? Arrowverse Brainiac.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
What's your final verdict on Creature Commandos episode 2?
The Jesse version Lex Luthor 2. You dick.
Yeah. Worlds feel lived with all the heroes. Honestly, it's more Superman centric, and Fillion needs to keep the ball cut. Yeah, it feels very Superman. It feels hopeful. That's what I like the most. It doesn't feel overly like broody as the Zack Snyder films have felt.
Zack Snyder, broody? No, never.
Even though I love Man of Steel, I think it's a great movie. It's an amazing film. It's one of my favorite movies from Zack Snyder and one of my favorite Superman films. But
I am kind of glad that they're not redoing the Superman being sent to Earth, baby.
Yeah.
Superman. It's kind of like with Spider-Man. Like, I'm glad they didn't rehash the whole, like, oh, Uncle Ben died for the fucking 20th time. Like, we understand. Or the Batman, the Waynes got shot. And if this is news to you, you haven't been around on Earth long enough, apparently.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they're doing that. I'm excited to see where we're going with this. Brad, what's your final verdict on Creature Commandos episode 2?
I'm going to give Creature Commandos episode 2 a 7.5 out of 10.
I'm with you there, Brad. I'm at a 7.5 as well. These are good first 2 episodes. I'm ready to see where we go from here because I would really like to start going into more ground. I hope they'd start picking up the conflict a little bit so we know exactly what we're, talking about this season. But overall, damn good first 2 episodes, Brad. And of course, that concludes our review. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us. Keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/nerdcore, where you can get episodes as low as $1 live, early, and ad-free before anybody else gets to watch them and talk with us in chat and all that wonderful stuff. You got a little bit of Citizen Kane earlier than you were supposed to. I forgot to upload it today, but it's gonna go up tomorrow. So, Brad's like, fucking shit. I was editing the fucking reels, Brad. Yeah. But that's gonna be up for you guys. So go and check that all out. Of course, our Discord link is in the description below, where you can talk to us about Superman, about Creature Commandos, and everything DC. Talk with us in there. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you leave a comment on the video. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another review on the channel, and leave a like, as all that helps us out so freaking much. You guys have been going all out on some of these reviews, man. So thank you guys so much for just being wonderful people and really showing us support on there. So thank you guys so freaking much. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app of choice, make sure that you follow us and leave a 5-star review, as all that helps us out a lot too. And of course, just thank you to our patrons. They're wonderful. They make it happen. And we'll be back tomorrow for the season finale of Doom Prophecy. Already confirmed to be coming back for a second season. Brad, I want to know who this fucking guy, if this guy, I mean, it's kind of easy to make it the connection already. That has to be Tula's son, right?
I would imagine. That's yeah.
I mean, it ain't going to be Lias, or, I mean, what's it called?
Yeah, that would be
the other Harkonnen.
Yeah, that would be the.
It'd be like,
that would be what everyone would guess, I would imagine.
Yeah. But with that said, Brad, let's go ahead and get him out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you, mean host, as always. Thank you to Stacey and Words for joining us in chat today. Thank you to our listeners out there, Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, if you were to have relations with a reanimated corpse, would that make it never mind. Young Yoda out.